WarnerMedia back in the news, putting pressure on Amazon to carry HBO Max. HBO Max, the new streaming service, is still not available on Roku, and it's still not available on Amazon Fire. If you watch the show with any regularity, you know that I'm fuming over it. I'm even more fuming, too. This isn't completely pertinent. You know what I am also pissed about now, too? You know what pissed Steve Pulaski off this week? I watch the Dan Patrick Show almost every day. It's a sports show. They're live on YouTube now. They've been jumping around different platforms. It's been like keeping up with them has been kind of a drag. But they're on YouTube now. Well, guess what? They're going to Peacock at the end of the month, which I also cannot watch on Roku. So it's still going to be free to watch because they're going to be on the free tier. But I'm also not going to be able to watch that on my Roku TV. I'm this close to buying an Xbox. I really am at this juncture. Moreover, WarnerMedia is putting pressure on Amazon. The WarnerMedia CEO, Jason Kilar, has been putting pressure on them to carry HBO Max by the holidays. He went public with a plea to Amazon to agree to a deal to have HBO Max available on Fire TV following a very long holdup that it's not on the service. And we're in the trash-talking phase of this dispute, too. It's kind of like what Marquee Sports Network is doing, the Cubs Network, how they're not on YouTube TV. It's kind of what they're doing. They're in the trash-talking phase because Killar came out and said if Amazon were truly focused on consumers, HBO Max would be on Fire devices. So we're in the trash talking phase, which I always find entertaining. You know, they run those ads where it's like Sega does what Nintendo don't. You know what I mean? And I always love this phase of corporate America. But HBO Max, they're too bullish right now because WarnerMedia and Amazon are at like this cross, you know, this like the crosshairs of each other. They're at this stalemate because HBO Max thinks that their content is good enough to make consumers shift platforms if it's not on there. But Amazon and Roku, rightfully, I think, believe that they have the upper hand due to their large pull in the streaming game. So, and we talked about this earlier, but the main beef at hand here, I'm kind of going expository on this one, but the main beef here is that HBO Max, they want a standalone app to have more ownership over the usage and the user data, but Amazon wants them to be part of their channel's ecosystem that's available on there. Disney Plus, it should be noted on Amazon, is its own separate channel, but and also another topic of discussion is the sign-up fees that come with HBO Max. Amazon, I think, wants a larger cut than they might be entitled to. What say you about this corporate pissing contest, Dominic? You always make some very good, broads focused, if you bring up Jeff Bezos' name, I swear to God. But on the surface, what do you think of this stalemate between Warner and Amazon over HBO Max?
I should check the numbers on this, but I think WarnerMedia is like worth what, 16 billion or something, or maybe 1.6. I don't know. These are numbers beyond my comprehension, really. But I know Amazon is worth like $1,000 billion total. So it's like, dude, it's just rich people hating on each other. But in terms of how that comes back to us, or rather how that should apply to us, is, well, okay, this is really getting into the weeds, and you guys are probably where you guys would know way more than me. But I'll first ask, what is to keep HBO from just saying, "Screw you, Amazon, we're gonna go to this, or we're gonna just do our own thing"? Help me understand this a bit more.
Well, HBO Max is accessible now on like PlayStation and Xbox and like. I think Apple Smart TVs as well.
Yeah.
So they have a hand.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Even if like in my house, the smart TV we own, a lot of the apps are very compatible. Even though if they're like not installed on the TV, it has a like a Chromecast feature on it, basically, where I can just literally log into HBO Max on my phone and just stream it from my phone to the TV. Like a lot of TVs have that built in now. So. But yeah, like what Steve
But it's
was saying,
not on the Fire.
It's not on the Fire. It's not on Roku.
That's the point of contention, right? Okay, that makes sense. That puts everything into perspective. I personally, I'm like, dude, you have leverage over Amazon for once in your life. Go around them, or like, what? I understand they want to make that money by latching on to Fire, and that's like the main reason why everything happens in life. But I don't know, dude. provide leverage on the macro scale for everyone else, like Apple TV, like other, YouTube and Google. Give the human race something to leverage Amazon over. Maybe. I don't know. That's my underdog take on this. Maybe.
Takes over.
I like it. I know.
Tell me why that's a bad idea. I don't know. Let me know, but
no, it honestly isn't. The problem, though, is that this would not be a headline if Amazon and Roku weren't such enormous players in streaming.
Yeah.
If they were not the two top dogs who command by their numbers like 60% or 50% of the market, this wouldn't be a topic. If it wasn't available on PlayStation 4s, nobody would be really talking about it. The fact that it's absent from two big streaming giants in the game is what makes this so big. And on top of that, too, HBO Go is no more. At the end of the month, HBO Go is axed.
Yeah.
So people like me are kind of screwed in a way because I can't watch HBO Go on Roku anymore. I can't watch HBO Max on Roku anymore. So HBO Now is my only alternative to watch it on a television, but why the hell am I going to subscribe to HBO Now when Max is the same price? And Max has Turner Classic Movies, Adult Swim, Cartoon Network. There's way bigger injustices in the world. Let's be clear. I can watch it on my laptop after all. There's way bigger injustices in the world, but it's still a piss off because like 5 months ago, all was well with HBO and Roku. All was well. There was no beef. Joe, your thoughts on this, kind of to wrap us up here.
You guys are basically saying what I'm saying too. I mean, literally the reason why, and I wish they would do what Dom is saying. My arm is missing. I wish they would do what Dom is saying.
It's been doing that.
Because honestly, it would be so nice if somebody actually did stand up to Amazon. But I know what's happening right now. They're in their offices right now, and the guy comes in with the data, and he's like, "Here you go. Here's how many subscribers we can get if we put it on these platforms." And he goes. And then they're like, we have to get it on these platforms. We got to get those subscribers. That's what we can reach. And that's what's just driving it. They want more money because, they know, what Steve is saying. Roku and Amazon Fire TV, they're in a ton of people's houses. Roku was, the first really big streaming thing to buy if you didn't have an Xbox or a PlayStation, because your kids might have moved out by that point. It was the thing I bought for my dad and my stepmom, and then eventually my mom as well. That because it's just so easy for them to just get on and just click on what they want to watch. So it sucks that they are missing a very large chunk of people. But yeah, I mean, it also really sucks that they just can't stand up to Amazon and be like, "Boo, down with the man, Jeff Bezos, screw you."
Hey, Steve, I'm really sorry about this, but this is what happens when Jeff Bezos rules the world. This is what happens when a single company makes $1,000 billion every year or 10 years or quarter. I don't know. This is beyond my comprehension. But this is what happens when a single company is the default for a lot of things, not just your entertainment, but also basically your utilities and how you get food and how you get supplies. And soon enough, how you reproduce. I don't know, dude, but this is what happens, because then you have smaller billion-dollar companies fighting over each other to try and please the $1,000 billion company. I'm just saying, this is zoom in, dude. Whatever. This is the world you asked for. This is the world you asked for. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, Steve.
All right, we should wrap it up there. What a final word. I just want to watch, for Christ's sake, I just want to watch Elmo's late night talk show on my Roku.
Right.
At the end of the day, but no, Dom brings up the larger, headier topic I wasn't expecting to get into, but that's what happens when I bring up Amazon on Sleepless with Steve.